All right. Is this... So it's on? I guess it is. So we're live. Yeah. Welcome everybody. I actually need to let you guys know. All right. I hope that works. Man, I started this episode like hypnotized by the screen. I thought I had to hit something else on YouTube, you know, because usually you have to start your stream on your OBS or whatever you're using, and then you have to go to YouTube and start it there too. But apparently I already had it started here, so yeah, nothing else to do. So sorry for those initial silent seconds. But yeah, let's start doing this thing. Let's keep going with this painting that we got to this point. I think this is where we left it, right? So let me actually... Okay, good. I just need to pop out the chat in case any of you wants to join. Yeah, just so I can see it. Cool. Yeah. So let's get it going. What I did was, you know, to add a couple more blues here and there, just looking for that kind of contrast. And then I ended up just adding some pictures that I have of some very convenient, steamy, very hot looking kind of lakes, or yeah, just a bunch of puddles, you know. And then I started to see this moving towards a direction that I was kind of expecting. You know, this is more like the idea that I had for this thing, because this is what this place is, you know, this is what it looks like, this is what it should be like. So yeah, here's like a bunch more of these pictures that I found. And of course, how not? Here's the initial thing we started with. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying to visualize these giant organic beings that are found in this place from Hevenurion. I did them on a separate layer because I wanted to kind of test and kind of see what happens. And yeah, actually, let me quickly show you guys. So these I made like a long ago. Did I say that enough? A long ago. It's been like a couple years, if not 3. So yeah, it's like these kind of formations that are kind of how should I say this, like solidifying somehow, and just, you know, releasing that kind of toxic thing into the air, into the atmosphere. And that's why this place is like, it has this kind of mood, this kind of atmosphere thing, because it's all that kind of toxic gas, I would say, that's being produced by these things. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to just explore, like a little bit of their shapes here, which you've already seen here, like a bunch of variations and stuff. But yeah, that's exactly how I imagined them, you know. And that's what's cool about this, that they can change so much in terms of shape. So yeah, I thought, why not going live once again, you know? We don't have a schedule for this. And this time, which I actually have to pay attention to, this time I wanted to try and see if this stream can be found just, you know, on my YouTube channel without giving anyone like any links or anything like that. Just to see if they can see it. They can find it. Not like it's hidden or anything, but I just wanted to see if how different this is from Twitch, you know, because on Twitch you have your channel and that's where your live stream appears whenever you're live, and that's it, because you have no, I mean, you can have those clips and stuff, but it's not the same as on YouTube. So YouTube, when you go to a YouTube channel, you find playlists, you find uploaded videos, but I'm not sure where the live stream shows. So yeah, maybe it's time to figure that out. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, it just shows right there. That's good. Like, look. This is how I see it. It's good that it's right there. So you just go to my channel and click on it. Great. That's great. And by the way, yeah, I made I've spent some time today preparing this kind of generic, and I'm saying generic because it's a standard type of thumbnail that I intend to use for each and every single one of the live streams that I'm going to do here, unless I schedule something that has like a given topic or a specific thing to it, you know. And I was wondering if I should add like numbers or something, but I think that I can do in the title of the very stream. Like once it ends, I can just, you know, change it. It's nice, man. YouTube has been improving quite a lot lately in terms of like live streaming and stuff. So, yeah. So I was thinking, how should I start this? Wow, man, when you flip the image, lots of things change. But I don't want to cover everything, all the corners and stuff. In fact, you may have seen that I've been drawing a little guide there. That's not supposed to be there, you know. It's just for like scale purposes, which I need to scale down a lot because these things are huge. Maybe a little more, but yeah, I like this idea where the camera is like pointing towards the horizon line from above this, the base of the roots per se of one of these giant organisms, you know, which I call cloud makers. You know, it's a generic name. It's pretty identifying with what they do, but it's just a temporary thing until I figure out like a name within those languages and those cultures depicted in this world. So yeah, for now we're just gonna keep exploring some shapes. I like this because they're meant, they're meant to be like corrupted versions of like vegetation and trees and all that stuff. Everything you can see on Hevenurion, you know, but here those things have been messed up, and these are like the results of that corruption. And I think this is where we can go with these purple tones. This is where I can finally use this. In fact, I don't even have to draw any details right now because I can just use a texture or something later on. But yeah, so far, you know, I like the idea of the river and stuff. Yo, Kaya, my boy, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining, dude. Yeah, we're just chilling here, you know, just painting. So welcome, bro. By the way, I watched your stream the other day, probably the other week, I should say. You were playing God of War, right? And man, your chat was so fire, bro. You got a really good community, man. How was it, by the way? Because I couldn't stay too long. Yeah, bro, no worries. Like I'll be doing these more regularly, hopefully. This one was just like an ambush type of stream, like surprise. But yeah, I don't really have like a plan or failing to play it. Have you played the first ones? Because I had so much fun, and in fact, I did play it here with my viewers the other day. You can still watch that one. It's available on the playlists that I created. So there's one called Past Live Streams, and that's where I think all my streams are gonna be located. I'm thinking how to oh, okay. That's the hardest mode. Almost the hardest mode. Bro, come on. Like I think I tried to play it also on those levels, and it's pretty much impossible. Like I'm not sure if you've played any Dark Souls or any kind of more, let's call them hardcore games, you know. But bro, yeah. So in my case, I started with the very first one, right? It got released for PS2, and I was at a friend's place, and his little brother had that game, and bro, I got to just try it back then, and this was what, 2006 or something like that. So then I just got hooked. I just got into Greek mythology, lots of creatures. I just absolutely loved it. And then I played the second one, and then PS3 happened, and then I think that's where they released the third one, right? But that one I only got to play it at like some shop or something where they were kind of demoing it. And yeah, it was just such an experience, bro. And then this other one got released, but I've never played any of the PS Vita, I think they're called, like the portable one. Yeah, PSP, they called it. I'm just remembering all that stuff, man. It's just so many memories. Play Dark Souls 1 and 2 a lot. I was having some delay and non-registering issues with DualSense on Steam. That's strange. So how did you like it? The Dark Souls experience? I don't think I've played many games like that so far. But I definitely like the hack and slash type of games. Just, I don't know. They also feel so relaxing at some point, you know. For instance, with God of War, I remember seeing those kind of combo point numbers kind of go up, and I would try not to break it, like not to stop, you know, to keep adding more and more. Oh man, it was definitely good. All right. And oh, by the way, which issues you were having on stream? The only thing I saw was it was probably something about the bitrate, you know, because when the image moves quite fast, like the amount of bitrate that you're streaming with is not enough to kind of process all those changes, so it pixelates temporarily until the image settles and then it picks back. But yeah, that was the only thing I noticed, but nothing else. I think I did see you kind of constantly go into the menu of the game and trying to do stuff. I'm not sure if that's what it was about, or why I'm saying this is because it doesn't have to do with the game, you know. So I think you were just trying to understand the controls and stuff. Because I'm not gonna lie, man, they keep getting more and more complex. I was just realizing this the other day, you know. I was playing the first God of War, and I was like, there's no tricks here. Like, this button does this, these are for attacking, these are for grabbing, these are for jumping. You do this, this ability does this, and I don't know. I'd press the trigger buttons. There would be a slight delay. Oh, because you're using a... Is it wireless? Just wondering. I have no idea. I don't have a wireless controller. Like, for a computer, I've always used an Xbox 360 controller, which I purchased on my own. I've never owned any Xbox, but oh, I see. I see. Yeah. See, that's what I meant about the bitrate thing. And by the way, 6K sounds like quite a lot, at least to me, you know. I've been doing a lot of testing with, you know, recording and streaming. And for streaming, you don't really care, but for recording, the files can increase dramatically, man. Like, the file size gets way too crazy, no matter which codec you're using, you know. It's usually always the same, like the 264 one, I think, X264 or something like that. But yeah. Exactly. That's what I meant. Like, we get used to those low bit rates because for what we do, you know, if you want to record this or stream this, you don't need as much of a bit rate, you know, that high. But that's what happens, you know, when you change your streaming content. That's when you realize. Because I remember I was getting way too comfortable with these low bit rates for this kind of stuff. And then I wanted to record a game that I played with some friends, and it was all pixelated. It ruins the experience, man. My man, thank you so much for joining, dude. Good luck with that painting. And yeah, thanks for coming by. I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much, bro. Have a good one. Yeah, I'll most likely be here for another couple hours or so. So if you come back by then, I'll most likely be still here. Until then, I hope I get this thing like to a different level. So what I'm trying to think is that this seems like a pretty flat place. And of course I would like to... Cheers, bro. Yeah. I really want to see how this one turns out too. You know, it's getting quite long for now, but we'll get there. And we'll have to make more. Because this one's not going to be enough. But yeah, until then, we'll see. I'm thinking this one could be like a little too centered. Like it's way too in the center. So, oh, I think I like this. I like this more. I do like this more. It's staying like this. Nice. And I don't want to sacrifice that horizon line, you know, because it's looking way too cool. And I'm gonna enhance the contrast and enhance the saturation and the color over there. Like this kind of bright yellow thing is gonna be all over the place back there. Like this, you know. I don't want to get rid of that. I don't want to put some mountains in front of it, even though I'm really fighting that urge to just this terrain right here, like to up it up a little bit, to just raise this level somehow. But I don't want to mess up the composition with these new shapes, which could be taking away the attention that we've already established through all those other elements, you know. But you know what? As far as I can tell, it's not bad. Yeah, I think it's not hurting anything. It's fine. And this guy that I've put there, again, I already said it's just for scale thing, you know. I'm probably not gonna keep him there, but in fact, I don't even think you can be in there, you know. I don't think that this type of substance is body friendly enough, you know, for you to be like, to be just walking in there. And I'm not sure if I should just put another one here or something. Or is it too much? Too confusing. But this open space right there, open spot. Nah. I'm gonna leave it there. Just extend these roots type of structures. I remember drawing this like I showed you guys in the previous episode. Those other images that I painted of this same place, you know, they were mostly early versions of this. Like I was just exploring, and I'm still exploring, but at least now I know a couple things more than I knew back then about this place. Well, well, I think it's not looking as desertic anymore. Meaning that it's a little populated now, a little more than before. And I like that, because it's adding like more. We went from like a generic type of idea of a painting to like some really meaningful thing. At least for me, because I know what this is for. You guys will see by the end. Nice. I don't know how long we've been streaming for, but okay, only 40 minutes. Not bad. Man, I wish I could share what I'm listening to, because these ambient soundtrack from movies like Lord of the Rings, or tell me any epic type of movie, you know, you name it, that would be cool to share here as a background noise thing, but I don't think YouTube is gonna like that. And I would like to keep these videos, you know, these past live stream videos, I would like them to be still available with all the sound and everything. Because you know what they do when they find any copyright issues, you know, they just mute it. You lose the audio. That's definitely a nice touch, but I'm not sure. This blue is like, I mean, this purple, rather. It's like way too much. Let's leave it as it was. And the thing is that it's like bright. Well, it feels bright. It's making me lose some contrast in certain areas. Let's see if I can tone it down a little bit, but I don't think so. Because it's on lighten anyway, so it's not gonna work the way I expected. It's only gonna make it brighter. So let's go maybe overlay. Nope. Totally lost. See, lighter color seems to be cool. Yeah, this one, it's not that bad. Now let me only apply it to certain areas. So I'm gonna be selectively choosing where I want this. Okay, I'm gonna darken all this area anyway. So it's always nice to have like a bunch of variation in color and stuff. I don't think I'm gonna need these anymore. Well, maybe this. I can use it somewhere. Here maybe. Nah, not like this. I'm gonna have to try this thing that I almost never do. Okay, not this one. Nah. It's not working the way I expected. Yo, what's up, my man Andre? How do I manage to stay focused for so long? You mean with these streams or in general, like long term, like years, or what do you mean? Because if you mean like short term, that's way more difficult for me. Unless I really tap into that realm of creativity and creation, and like you're in the zone, you know. Especially if I play some background music that just sets the tone for, you know, whatever I have in mind, like whatever your inspiration might be. If what you have as a background noise kind of thing, you know, I don't care. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just your own mind, your own thoughts and stuff. But dude, when I'm painting stuff like this, I really do imagine myself being in there, you know, and that can only inspire you even more. So yeah, and if you mean like staying focused long term, like months and then years and all that stuff, then that's kind of a different story, but a similar story nonetheless. Because it has to do with your goal, you know. What's your goal? For me, the reason I'm doing all these things is because I have this passion project and I breathe this 24/7, you know. I almost don't want to know anything about anything else. This is all I want to do. It's a vast universe. And yeah, I can never stop exploring. There's always more stuff. But I got problems at some point while painting. I lose my concentration and I can't do anything. Yeah, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That happened to me too. You know, it happened to me too, and it has to do with overthinking. I'm sure you must have these thoughts too, like about how perfect you expected this to be, and it's not being that perfect. And it kind of pulls you out of the zone, you know, that concentration thing. All you can do is, I guess, you know, discipline yourself. Just keep practicing. Force yourself to keep going. But we gotta be extremely careful with that, because I don't want people to get hurt. And I don't mean it in a physical way, which at the end of the day is just like a continuation of your mindset, you know. So what I'm trying to say by this is that if you feel there's something wrong, fix that first and then come back. And because if I keep saying like, yeah, you're feeling that pain in that kind of muscle, you know, keep going, then these are just signals, you know. They're telling you something. You can't stay here all day long. I don't care how focused you are. It's gonna reflect on your body somehow. And you got to listen to these things, you know, pick up these signs that are being thrown at you. And if you notice that you're easily losing focus, which is something completely different from like, I've been painting for 3 hours, I want to keep going, but I can't keep focusing, that's another story. But if it's like 5 minutes in, you know, you do some stuff, and then what's on YouTube? And you go to the other screen or other window and just break that concentration thing. Usually I prefer to have like long videos that I don't have to interact with anymore. You know, I don't have to wait for this 15-minute long video or this 5-minute long song to kind of just steal my attention again with that same window and just go there and change the video or change the documentary, the podcast, the soundtrack, the whatever. So I love these very long videos. Like this one that I'm playing right now, it's a 3-hour long soundtrack. You know, it's an ambient mix, and it's purely music soundtrack. So there's no lyrics, nothing for me to get distracted with. And I think that it just powers exactly what I mentioned earlier, you know? This feeling that this emotion that I'm feeling as I'm painting all of this. But again, you know, we're all very similar, but we're all so different. So you gotta find what works for you. And that's something you can only do by exploring and just testing and just practicing. I don't know. It's about finding yourself and what works for you. You may take a lot of advice from here, from there. You may try it. You'll see, that's bullshit. That doesn't work. You know, that guy's lying. Maybe he's not lying. You know, maybe he's just telling you what worked for him, which, by the way, doesn't have to be what works for you as well. So I'm sure you're like aware enough to kind of realize those things, but I'm just saying it because just in case. So yeah, you got to keep exploring, man. It's the only way, you know. And then you speak your own truth, you know, you tell someone else how you did it so they can learn too. But this is the way I do it, you know, to stay focused. It's you feel so stupid afterwards, you know, because you feel like, man, I should have done this way earlier. But you kept putting those kind of excuses in front all the time, you know? Like you really want to do something, but you go back to scrolling, you know? You kind of allow yourself, your attention to be taken away by an app, by something that has absolutely nothing to do with you at that moment. You're here to work on your thing, right? Don't ever lose track of that initial thought, that initial idea. Because I'm telling you, man, it's a very loud, noisy world out there. And nowadays, all these things are fighting for our attention. And we give them that attention, which makes us feel so bad afterwards. I'm not sure if I answered your question, but yeah, it was a nice way for me to kind of go off on some thoughts. So thank you for the question. But yeah, it happens a lot, you know. And what you think ends up happening. So it doesn't matter if it's something that's positive or negative. It's going to happen. So it becomes a habit. And if you keep going to Facebook or to Instagram or to YouTube and, you know, you just allow yourself to be indulged with all that, I always forget about this word, short-term reward kind of thing, because those things are designed to kind of keep you there for as long as possible. You know, it's how they make money. So the profit comes with your attention at your expense. And if you go there without even realizing why you went there in the first place, then they're just winning. They're winning your attention. They're fighting for it. They want it. So this is a complicated topic, man, because I've been trying to kind of use social media only as, you know, I've come at some points where, some moments where I thought, I wish I could not have a smartphone, you know. But, you know, you want it. Then you think, well, it's actually useful, you know, in case you need someone, you know, for a call, or you need to call someone, or you need to, yeah, cool, then just get one of those old type of phones, you know, non-smartphones. But then you think of the amount of apps that you need to use. I'm not talking about social media. I'm talking about like maybe bank stuff, or maybe any social thing that you need to kind of stay in touch, you know, basically. But then I think about social media and I'm like, man, I want to use this as a tool, you know, not like a leisure activity kind of thing. But you can't help it. Once you get there, it's all the cute cat videos and all the amazing stuff that people are capable of, like people are awesome, and you know, everything that kind of steals your attention and makes you go like, yeah, this is important, I can't live without this. And then you go like, man, I shouldn't have spent the past 2 hours on this platform. I should have kept doing my work. Now I'm way behind schedule. And that's when the stress begins. And what do you do when you feel stressed? You evade reality once again. You go back to those apps. And it's a vicious kind of closed loop, you know. We keep feeding it. And I'm saying all of this as if I found like all the answers to anything. I'm not, man. I still do that same thing. I still end up in those kind of thinking loops a lot of times. But you know what's important? Like, at least to be aware of those, because when you become aware of that happening, like, that's when you can actually do something about it. So yeah. Well, it's been an hour already. Let me see. Damn, I can't see the progress because I've been painting on the same layer since I started. I'll check the video later on. It's not like a, you know, contest or anything. I just felt curious to see how many things I did during this hour, because I'm mindlessly just painting details right now. You know, I'm not thinking about the big picture stuff. And I should. So, Andre, I'm just curious now. When you do manage to get focused, you know, and concentrate and stuff like that, how do you do it? How do you manage? Yeah, look, that really helps as well, you know. Just take a deep breath and go back. About 2 hours a day. Dude, that's a lot. That's holy shit, that's really a good practice. Because I don't always think about it, you know, but if you put together all those hours, like in a week, you know, not even counting weekends, you already have 10 hours. So imagine you go 1 week without doing that. You feel like you've been leaving all that behind, you know, you've been falling behind on the schedule and stuff, on your progress and everything. And then how overwhelming it feels to be willing to kind of recover all that time, and like you just can't do a 10 hour straight session, you know. These things have to be like bit by bit. I understand. You know, maybe it could also be because you're probably not really interested in that subject matter, perhaps, or whatever you're studying. It's not interesting enough to you. So it makes you kind of lose your attention and just, you know, think of something else. And I would just suggest to kind of come up with challenges for yourself. Like, for instance, you can just 6 hours. Crazy, dude. My suggestion would be to just go to something like Pinterest or something like that. Something that you open up and it provides you with lots of random stuff. And pick up 2 or maybe 3 of those images and just try to make something, you know. But it has to be something completely unrelated, you know. Think of the most random stuff, like a picture of a bird, then a boot, and then a tree, or then a key or something. I don't know. I'm just saying random stuff. And you'll see how many options you come up with. You'd be surprised, you know. That's a really fun practice. No worries, man. Feel free to ask anything. I'll try to answer the best way I can. As I also try to fix this thing. Because the light reflecting, like I almost see myself reflected on the screen, especially in those dark areas. It's not good. Yeah, dude, no worries. Take care, and just seriously, don't worry. Just trust yourself and sit down and enjoy whatever you're doing. Try to enjoy it. Try to come up with something that motivates you. And I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that you're excited about. Do that, you know. Set the mood before you start working. I don't know, do some push-ups or listen to your favorite songs before. Just get motivated in that way. I know it's a bit of an artificial way to kind of motivate yourself, but it helps, you know, it paves the path. So good luck, and thanks for joining. Oh, yo, what's up? Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I'm just trying to paint this landscape that I started on my previous stream. And I don't know, I thought, why not? Let's give it a try today too and continue with some of it. And I see a few of you guys are already like joining, so thank you so much for passing by. Really, it means a lot. Perhaps I'll turn this into like a more regular schedule at some point, because it feels really, really good, you know, to just relax, sit back, and just record and do this live and be able to chat with you guys is just so amazing. And I'm really glad that you're finding it helpful or just asking for tips or any kind of question, you know. Oh man, I'm so glad to read that. I'm glad that you're enjoying this as well. Thank you so much. Means a lot. All right, now that's supposed to be one of the main focal points. I'm wondering, what could I do over there? Maybe that's where we get this architectural structure. That I remember seeing on, you know what? I'm gonna make like a reference sheet. And just for you guys to see as well, like what I'm talking about. So this is gonna be the first one. What? Man, this copy image, paste image doesn't seem to work all the time on Windows for some reason. was the other one? I'm gonna search for it here with you. Here's the other one. Another one. And there's still one more left. Well, anyway. Camilo, my man, what's up? How are you doing? Thanks for joining, by the way. I'm just having fun here with this piece. Trying to see what can I do with it. But yeah, mainly just chilling, talking with you guys. It's being a nice experience. This was a quite unexpected stream, you know. I don't know. I don't need to think like of a specific schedule, but I keep saying this because I think I would like to have something like that one day, you know. I'm just gonna keep doing this and see where it takes me, you know. It's being really fun so far, I'll tell you that. Man, thank you so much. I'm glad you're liking it. Yeah, I'm not sure if you did get to see how this started, but look. This is where we began, you know, this painting. We did this kind of AI-based background, and then we took it further into some crazy stuff like this. Bro, yeah, of course. I would love to do a collaboration on, you know, with Gravity Sketch. I've never actually done that before. It'll definitely be a really cool experience. So yeah, I'm so down for that. How are you liking it so far, by the way? I just remembered you got your VR set recently. You know what? I thought I was gonna like more you know, like, what was the name? They were bought by Adobe. Adobe Medium. Yeah, I thought I was gonna like that one more because it was like organic, you know. Awesome, man. Yeah, I ended up liking Gravity Sketch a lot more because of how simple it is to still edit every single thing you do in it. I don't know, it just felt right. Of course, what I would love to see someday is some transformation type of features, like organic transformation, you know. And to carve stuff into geometry the way you do with, like, I'm missing the word now. It's not polygons, it's anyway, this thing that also 3D Code and some other programs have. I can't think of the word right now. Like this 3D resolution thing that Adobe Medium does have. But yeah, do you have anything in mind for that collaboration? Like any topic, or is it just gonna be us messing around with shapes and stuff until we come up with something? Because I've been thinking of it too. You know, I was either gonna do this or just stream some VR sculpting in Gravity Sketch. Alien stuff. That's always good. Perfect. Yeah. Alien keyframes. A question regarding my art. Go. Tell me. I feel like it's gonna be a long one. I've seen there's kind of a big dog and a man in your artworks. I wonder, is that your doggo and you? If so, man, that's beautiful. Bro, of course. This whole thing, it's all us, you know? He was the spark that ignited all this whole universe, you know? And then it all boiled down to everything that I have in my head, everything that I've been collecting through all these years. And it's my tribute, man, my way to pay back everything that I've been getting so far. I'm so grateful for everything. And what better way to express that than, it's like so many things happening at once, you know? For the first time, having my first project, my first personal project that fulfills me beyond anything that I've ever expected, and turned into this deep, meaningful, fulfilling, passionate craft, you know, on which I can exercise my imagination and come up with stories and worlds, and it's beautiful, dude. I'm the happiest man on earth doing this. I'm super happy, and I want to share more of it with all of you, because I feel like most of it's only existing either in my mind, in my computer, or yeah, only some close friends that I've been disclosing some of that crucial information, which makes me a little bit afraid of like sharing some stuff, because I'm not sure if it's gonna be like a spoiler or something about when I release the final thing, of course. But yeah, I feel most of the times I feel like that's just a stupid fear that is preventing me from reaching my full potential. So here I am, depicting one of the places from this universe that you can also see here. You see? Let me actually make this a little bigger. Yep. So thank you for the question, man. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you like it as well. And as I said, it's super special to me. Very meaningful. You know, this fear of perfection, like rather missing perfection, like to not be able to kind of make something as perfect as you expect. That's what's been keeping me behind for way, way, way too long. In fact, in the very beginning, you know, it took me like a year or something like that. Let me see. Bierstadt. Dude, this is epic. Beyond measure. I mean, this kind of lighting, this kind of... I'm just showing what Camilo said in the chat, by the way. So, yeah. I have no words for stuff like this. This is just amazing, man. It's just mind-blowing for me to think that someone paints like this traditionally on a canvas, you know, because usually when you say traditional, you think of like portraits or, you know, ordinary landscapes, more like studies and stuff, which still they have their own style and they make it look epic nonetheless. But stuff like this, stuff like fantasy stuff, or I don't know. Yeah, just awesome, dude. Thanks for the name and the reference. It's really, really cool. So yeah, it took me like around a year and a half to finally say something about my project, because at that point I wasn't even sure what it was. So I was still figuring it out. I didn't want to confuse anyone in case I changed my mind and I just changed the theme or some characters or some, and then I realized, what the fuck, dude? People just want to see this. They just want to know more. Let them know more. So I did, and everybody seemed to like it. And, you know, despite my insecurities about like, I'm not sure if they're gonna like that, they're gonna like it. What if they say this? What if they say that? Dude, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing but a warm welcome from everybody. Everybody was like, Adrian, we want to see more of this. That's so cool. Looks so interesting. You can imagine how motivated I feel by knowing that. To me, just purely simply working on this is just a big, big win. Imagine finishing it, releasing it, and then getting the bonus of people liking it and showing interest in something like this. You know, because to me, it's already enough for me to work on it, to just develop this. Is that feeling, you know, when you're just having so much fun working on something? That's what I'm feeling with this. And I can't wait, man. This is just, it keeps growing and growing and developing further, and I keep figuring out like more. It goes something like this, you know, like I start here and then I go this way and I do this, and then from here, when I come back, there's another ramification, and from here another one and another one, and it keeps growing and spreading in terms of like the narrative, the storytelling, the complexity of the characters, the places, the worlds, the there's so many things in this. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling here, but I just can't help it. Gotta go to work. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much for joining, dude. I really appreciate it. And yes, keep me updated on that Gravity Sketch collaboration. I'm really down for something like that. And yeah, can't wait. So thanks again and good luck. Have a great day. What's up, dude? Looks like a lake field on a volcano. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. I'm glad you like it. And thanks for joining. It's like a toxic looking place. Yep, I feel like it's about time to retouch the values a little bit because I'm losing the perspective of this. So let's give it a try to that too. I did nothing. Gonna do it again. But this time, the old school way, which is this. Let's turn it black and white and see how can we improve this. So this is gonna take a while because now there's so many elements. I'm gonna try to make it happen. How many people are watching this, by the way? Okay. Not bad. I mean, I understand it's a Sunday, so nah, but I don't think I like this because I like the contrast with the sky, which are basically clouds. No, I'm not gonna keep this one. Delete. Ooh. I feel like I should stretch a little bit. But no rush. In fact, it's been almost a couple hours. Yeah. How much progress have we made? It started somewhere over here. It was way more basic prior to this, but then we did this and this, and it feels like it's messed up now. We need to push things back there somehow, and I feel like, you know what? Because I want to depict those crystal formations as well over here. But just imagine, you know, we have like a creature right here. What is this? Lighten? No. This has to be normal. Yeah. Or something that I have to think of, because I haven't really imagined these beasts, you know, these creatures, what they look like. So I'm just guessing silhouettes and shapes. And it should probably be the other way around. Huh? What? These are on the same layer as the smoke. Pull back. Good. Make another one. In fact, we can use like a more aggressive brush and just let stuff happen. Well, that kind of loses the vibe a little bit, but not the vibe, but the I don't even have any words right now. And if this guy is this big, this guy can't be that big. So I like it because this is how I imagine these things to be, you know, like this big, this huge. And that little guy over there, I'm sorry for him, but can't stay. Bye. Sorry, little man. Someone from this distance would probably barely be visible, like that thing I just did there, you know. That's probably what it would look like, because these things are huge. Remember, these are tiny compared to what I'm trying to depict here. And even though, as many people suggested for this painting, I could have like used a little more variety and not the same shape oriented towards the same direction, but give them like a little bit of that organic feature, you know, that characterizes them so much, and just give them some more variety and turn them around. And yeah, but I never went back to this painting to fix that, so I guess I'm fixing it here. And those guys, I'm leaving them there. That's okay. Feels like this session is coming to an end. What I was imagining for this one was something like I don't think it was like a couple of towers or something. Oh, dude, you're still here. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I mean, just a couple minutes more. Maybe let's hit 2 hours and then we can wrap it up. But yeah, I think what I had in mind was some sort of citadel Yeah, like rather an old land, you know, like a lost city that has been now taken by these beings. And it's been obviously adapted to this type of corruption visual thing, you know. I was imagining like, but wait, this is way too bright. Sorry, too dark, actually. I need to brighten it a little bit. That's more like it. Okay, I'm finally done with this corner of the painting. I think it looks cool to have some steam coming out of there. I'll see if I keep it or not. My boys and girls, thank you so much for joining me today in this 2-hour-long session, which turned out like this. We started somewhere over here and we went all the way to this version of the painting. It's been quite slow, you know, because I keep exploring. It's not like I have a straight idea right from the beginning, but oh, that's true. I need to eat. I forgot to eat today. I haven't had my lunch, and it's 6 p.m. So yeah, I definitely need some. Thank you so much. And you know, as usual, this means a lot to me. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you are having an amazing day and continue to have it further. And yeah, this being said, I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. So thank you so much. Stay creative, take care of yourselves, enjoy your time, and have a good one. End stream. Okay. See you, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.